as I mentioned in the last stream chat, one of the things that I think I'm going to work on at the start of today's stream is really trying to scale up our digital mining. Right now, we are using the digital miner from Mechanism to do all of our mining, and it's working quite well. However, I think if we're going to get to the highest tier of solar panel, we are going to have to up our mining quite a bit. We've shown it a few times here, but if we look at the crafting calculator, in order to make this ultimate tier of solar panel, we are going to need 128,000 iron, 88,000 coal, 16,000 lapis, 34,000 redstone. We need a ton of resources, as well as like 55,000 sand. And I think one of the easiest ways for us to be able to get a lot of those resources is going to be using the old builder here from RF Tools, because this guy can mine in a massive 512 by 512 block radius and really isn't too difficult to make. The only things we're missing here are the bricks, the ender pearl, and the machine frame. The machine frame, of course, we have taught our system how to make, so I'll go ahead and request one of those. And as far as the ender pearl goes, we do have a villager trapped upstairs here who should be able to give us a couple of ender pearls in exchange for some emeralds. And in fact, I do keep trading with him. However, we should have quite a lot of emeralds in our system now because we did use our digital miner to mine those a little while back. So let me go and give him those. And let me also throw some of this emerald ore into the old enrichment chamber here. And I will temporarily turn auto sort on just to make that a little bit quicker. But at that point, we should be able to basically buy this guy out in terms of ender pearls. There we go. And he's willing to sell me even more. In that case, my friend, don't mind if I do. I will take as many ender pearls as you are willing to give me at this time. 12 seems perfect. Beautiful. And yeah, I think at that point, chat, we're basically good to go. I don't know if we have any clay. We do. Nice. We'll go ahead and throw that into our smelting factory as well. Let's have a look here. We should have now what it takes to make ourselves the old builder. And if, or at least to make the bricks here for the builder. And much like with our digital miner, we can upgrade the builder to be slightly better, because if we're going to use the builder as a quarry, we need a quarry card. And there are quite a few different quarry cards that you can make. There's a standard quarry card, which is fairly easy. Redstone, a few diamond tools, iron, and then the shape card, which again is fairly easy. Some paper, redstone, iron, and bricks. But we can upgrade that to get things like a clearing quarry, which is the same, but it will leave a big hole in the floor, which is not really what we're after. But you can also get a fortune quarry and a silk touch quarry. The fortune quarry, of course, increasing the amount of lapis, diamonds, redstone, etc. that you get from ores that you mine. And the silk touch quarry, of course, as the name would suggest, will mine all of the blocks in their ore form. And that is currently what we have with our digital miner. We have all of our ores coming in ore form. However, I do think that because the silk quarry card for the RF Tools builder requires a nether star, I might just go with the fortune card for the builder. I think that will still get us more than enough of all the resources that we're after. And basically, to do this, chat, we need to get ourselves 4 dimensional shards, which are fairly easy to make in the grand scheme of things. They require a diamond, an emerald, a gold ingot, an iron ingot, a redstone, a glowstone, a piece of glass, a nether quartz, and then 1 prismarine shard. The only thing that we're missing on this list is the 1 prismarine shard, which we can make by crushing down some prismarine crystals. And to get those, we obviously have to go and find a monument. But as luck would have it, we do have a mod installed called the Just Another Compass mod, which adds this guy right here, the Monument Compass, which should point us directly in the direction of a monument. And I'm fairly certain that all we need to make it is a bucket of water, as well as 3 sand, and a compass. And I don't really think that's going to be too difficult. We are missing sand right now, which is not ideal, but we do also have some fairly close by, so it shouldn't really be too difficult. But hopefully, that should give us an idea. So I believe we right-click. There we go. And now it is pointing us at the nearest monument. So let's go see, chat, if we can't get a little bit of prismarine. Here we go, chat. All right, we've made it. We are out of fuel on our jetpack. That was perfect timing. But here we are. And really, all we need is to break... Oh, someone's already been here. But that we are on a server. Somebody has been here in the old boat there. We only need... And I might steal that boat, honestly. It's not my boat, but whoever has abandoned it here is... Somebody... There's another boat over there. We just need to break some of these lamps here, right? These sea lanterns. Yeah, these are what I'm after here. Yeah, I'm just hoping we don't get hit by the Guardians too much. And we should definitely take a quick breather. We actually don't need, I don't think, that much Prismarine. I'm going to take a little bit extra just in case we need more later on. All right, let me hop in here real quick. Let's take a quick look at the recipe. I think we only need like 1 or 2 of these. Actually, we might need 4. Because the idea here is that we are trying to make these dimensional shards. We do need 4 dimensional shards, which I guess means we need 4 Prismarine shards, which means we need 4 Prismarine crystals. But as of right now, we have 11. So I think that's probably going to be fine, chat. Actually, the 11 that we have should do us quite nicely. We could potentially get some more, but I don't know if I really want to, fight the Guardians down there. So you know what? I'm going to call that a success, and we'll do a quick slash home. Perfect. All right. So now, chat, first things first, let's grab the old armored jetpack here. And I think when I reset up the alloy smelter, I actually took down the electrolyzer, but I think we do have a tank full of hydrogen. We do indeed. So we can go ahead and throw this guy down basically anywhere for now and recharge our jetpack. Like so. While that's charging up, let's see if we don't have what it takes to make the Fortune Quarry Card here. So to make it, thankfully we already have the ghast here. We need 4 of these. As of right now, of course, we're missing the Prismarine shards. We need to run our Prismarine crystals through the old crusher. Thankfully, we do have a crusher available over here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. And then back over here, the only other thing we were missing is glass. Again, of all things, because surprisingly, we are out of glass. All of our sand right now is being exported to here, which is why we don't have any glass, but that's fine. We can grab some sand and just run that through our smelting factory. And at that point, chat, we should be good to go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Fantastic. And all we need then is the actual quarry card itself, which does require a shape card, which does require yet more in the way of bricks, but none of that really seems too difficult for us. Diamond pick. Diamond shovel. Standard shape card with a little bit more paper. That's also very much so doable. And I think, chat, we should be good to go there. There's the standard quarry card, and then there is the upgraded fortune quarry card. Nice. So, essentially, what I think I'm going to do here is we're going to grab a chest, and we're going to head on over to our digital miner. The digital miner, so basically right now, chat, the way this is working is we have a reactor down here that can produce up to 20,000 redstone flux per tick. However, we currently have it set up so that the reactor turns itself off when this quantum entangler porter here is above 50 million redstone flux. So right now we have just over 50 million redstone flux in here, 50.85 million. Once we drop below 50 million, the reactor is going to turn on and begin, sending power up to here. The quantum entangler porters allow us to transfer items and power wirelessly, and fluids and energy and all kinds of stuff. But for right now, we're mostly just using it to transfer power wirelessly. I am going to sleep real quick. But basically, we have our digital miner, which has a quantum entangler porter next to it. And what we're going to do is we're going to change that. Do we have more things fighting us? But essentially, we're going to take... We do. Hello, my friends. I didn't realize multiple would spawn in the same night. But we're going to take the quantum entangler porter away from the digital miner. We're going to use it on the builder here. So yeah, let's see. I don't know where I want to set this up, chat, is the thing. The builder, that is. Because I want to use the builder, I think, to the maximum possible extent. However, I also want to go, preferably, far enough away to where we don't interfere with anybody else on the server. Like, you can see there's somebody right there. I don't want to accidentally dig into somebody's house. So I think we'll go a little far out in this direction. So I think we'll do it maybe like right here, chat. This seems like far enough away, I think. So I'm going to put this chest down on top for now, and we will replace that probably with a dimensional chest, or potentially with the quantum entangler porter, for items at least soonish. But for now, let's put down the quantum entangler porter like right about here, and right away you'll see it transferring power up into the builder. I am also going to need to get a lever. And I think instead of flying back, I might just quickly, like, grab some wood here. How about putting the miner over the sea? That could also work. We're quite far away from the sea, though, I think. We maybe could have gone over to the village, actually. And we might have to move it, chat. It's quite possible that we need more than one, like, run of the miner, even on maximum size. There we go. So that should get us a lever here. Now, the way the builder works is if we take our card here, we need to right-click. And essentially, I'm going to go ahead and void all of these items here. There is a way to... Oh, I think I need an actual filter, chat. I believe I need this guy right here. This should allow us to filter, I think, for just ores. So thankfully we can... Oh, we can do /home and then /back to get back to where we were, which is very nice indeed. It means we don't have to run all the way back there. This filter also doesn't seem too difficult. Yeah, so then we can add tags. I was having ore. I think forge ores is all we're after. Beautiful. So now this filter is essentially going to tell our quarry to only mine forge ores. And now if we do /back, it should take us back to where we were before. Beautiful. Over in here, we're going to set this to 512 by 512. Sorry, not by 512. 512 by 0 by 512. So we have the X, the Y, and the Z coordinates. So we are currently at Y level 70. In the top right under the map, you can see our X coordinate is negative 818. Our Y coordinate is Y level 70. And our Z is negative 38. So right now, this is set to 512 by 512. We want to make sure that's set to 70 tall. So essentially, right now, we've told this card here to basically cover a giant 512 by 512 blocks that goes, a box that goes 70 blocks high. Now, what we also want to do here is we want to offset the square. And you know what? Temporarily, what I'll do is to show you how this works, let me set this to like 15 by 15 by 10. And we do want to make sure we can change the shape if we want, but we're going to go with box because we don't need any of these other shapes. But if we set it to box and solid, put this in, and then click the old visualize button, this is the area that it's currently going to mine, right? Which is not what we want. We don't want it mining like this area up here. We instead want it mining the area underground. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that out. I'll turn that off even. Take the card back out. And then if we offset the Y coordinate here by 5, so we type in -5, it's going to move that block, that box 5 blocks down. So now if we put it back in and we press the same button again, now it's still going to mine the same area, but it's going to do it lower down, right? And so essentially what we're going to do, chat, is we're going to also move it in the negative X direction. So if we go -7 on the X axis, that's also going to move the box that way, kind of, you know, in front of the builder. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 512 by 70 by 512. We're going to move it -256 blocks in the X direction. We're going to move it -35 blocks in the Y direction, and then leave it at 0 in the Z direction. Now, I think I can click. I don't want to click view here. If we click preview, it might, like, the server's going to lag for like 5 minutes while it tries to render out this massive box. But trust me, essentially, starting here, we have a huge box that goes 256 blocks that way, 256 blocks that way, 512 blocks that way, and then 70 blocks down, starting right here. So I think this is good to go. We'll put in the filter, so it's only going to get ores. And then if we turn this thing on, we'll see that very quickly it's going to start using power, and it's going to start putting those ores into this chest here, and hopefully mining them pretty quickly. Yeah, that seems to be going quite nicely. Let me do a quick /home and get an idea as to how much power that's using. It seems to be holding steady, although the reactor is now online. Because the power, again, the power, as soon as it drops, the reactor kicks into gear and things begin working. But it seems to be doing okay. I don't think there's a way to speed it up. Oh, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, if I do /back, it's probably unloading while I'm not there, right? That's a fair point. Let me go and grab the old anchor upgrade. Or make one, I guess. Which shouldn't be too bad. I think our system does know how to make the ender core. So we'll request one of those. We're missing an ender pearl. That's fine. We have 11 honors. begin. That should hopefully start crafting one over there. Perfect. And at that point, we should have everything it takes to make the old anchor upgrade. Nice. So we'll throw that in just to make sure that that this stays loaded. But I think the builder does load its own chunks anyway. It's not super fast, chat. Now, granted, we are currently somewhat bottlenecked in how much power we can transfer. Then again, this has got 50 million redstone flux in it. I think if this could go faster, it would be going faster. Yeah, I think this is basically as fast as it'll go. So essentially, I think we just need to leave this and let it do its thing. It's going pretty quick. It's probably going faster than we can process it right now, so, like, process the ores. So I think for now, this is actually fine. You have to infuse it to make it go faster. Machine Infuser. With this machine, you can improve most other machines in RF tools in various ways. This needs dimensional shards, infusing bonus, reduce power consumption. Ooh. So if we make one of these, you're saying we can make our builder even faster? So hopefully we can make 1, 2, 3, 4 more of those, and then get ourselves a machine infuser. So let me see here. How does this work? It's not a machine I've used before, so I'm not entirely sure on the way it works. For now, we'll put it right there and make sure that this guy is set to output energy on the front. Like that. This needs dimensional shards. So do we put like the builder in one slot and then the dimensional shards in another? Let me see. I'll go and grab the builder and see if we can upgrade this. Did you save the coordinates of the temple? I didn't, but we still have the compass right, so we still know where it is. Yeah, let's turn this guy off. I mean, it has done quite a bit of mining already. It's not slow by any stretch of the imagination, but if we can make it even faster, that would be grand. I'm going to take these cards out just in case. I don't want to lose those. 4 stacks of dimensional shards. Is that what we need? Oh my goodness. That seems like a lot of dimensional shards. 4 stacks. Oh boy. Is there... Oh, the server's going to restart. That's fine. Is there an easier way to get prismarine, chat? Or to duplicate prismarine? There is also dimensional shard ore. So... there are 3 different ones. There's Overworld, Nether, and End. I don't think, as of yet, we found any Overworld dimensional ore. So I'm not super confident. But I will try grabbing the digital miner and throwing it in the Nether. There are not many ores in the Nether, right? Like outside of Nether Quartz and Crimson Iron. So if there is some dimensional ore there, we should find it fairly quickly. So over here, chat, we'll throw down the old quantum entangler porter there again, and we'll hit shift to confirm the map there. In the config, it's currently filtered for ores, so it should pick up every ore in here. We're currently at white level 85, so I'll bump this up to 85. I'm a little worried about the ghast destroying my digital miner. We'll also turn Silk Touch on, because I'm assuming if we process these, we can get more. Yeah, we can get 8, which is very nice, if this does indeed work. So 271 blocks. We do have speed and energy upgrades in here, so that's going to go hopefully quite quickly. And so really I'm just hoping that some of these 246 blocks are dimensional shards. RF Tools base. Ah. Okay, that does show it. Oh, chat. It works. It works. Okay. Thank you. All right. There we go. That's bizarre that it didn't show it before, but we've done it, chat. It took a little bit of trial and error, but we got there eventually. Okay. And there's so much of it as well. My goodness. So, eventually, let's not... No. I hear a... Do I hear a ghast or a blaze? I hear a ghast, but I think I also heard a blaze firing as well nearby. I was really worried that it was just going to destroy all of those shards, like, as soon as we found them. Okay, so that's done. We have well over a stack. I'll come back for the digital miner. There is a ghast and a blaze shooting at us. But, yeah, we'll come back for the digital miner. Actually, we might as well take it, right? There's no reason to leave it here. There we go. So, we did get well over a stack. We got 85 ore. And each one of those gets 8 shards, 8 dimensional shards when you run them through the crusher, which is actually a crazy amount of dimensional shards. Kind of makes it seem a little unnecessary that we flew all that way to find an ocean monument earlier in the stream. But now that we have it, we can head back and we should hopefully be able to infuse our builder and make it even quicker. So it looks like we can only run these again through the crusher from Silent Mechanisms, which is less than ideal because it's not a super fast crusher like the one from Mechanism, but that's fine. We can go ahead and grab, or I guess temporarily steal some of the processing speed upgrades from over here and use those in the old crusher. And again, for now, I guess we'll put this guy down somewhere where there's power, which is not really... I guess we can put it like right here, right? That should work. Yeah. So we'll throw some of these in, and we'll also throw in those processing speed upgrades as well. And that should get us quite a nice amount of dimensional shards. So now, chat, how in the world does the machine infuser work? I assume we put in the builder here, and then we provide it with dimensional shards on the left side? We do. All right, that should do it. Perfect. So this is now fully infused. And so I'm hoping that if we do a quick slash back, it'll take us back to where our initial builder spot was. It does indeed. Perfect. So we'll once again throw down our entangle potter. We'll throw down the new fully infused builder, like so. And then we'll once again put in the fortune card and the filter module. And then hopefully now, this is going to go a little bit quicker. Oh yeah, there we go. I mean, that's running out of power now, which is actually, believe it or not, a good sign. That was... So, oh, no. Okay, hold on. I didn't put the filter in. Chat. Which is why our box is now full of actual trash. Gosh dang it. Hold up. Okay. Give me a second. Let me do a quick slash home. Let me go get like a trash can or something so I can delete some of this. All right, let's try this again. This time with the filter in. So now when we turn it on, it's, okay, so this time it's not using the power as fast. It is going through the Y levels quite quickly. It might be going quickly because it's already scanned those Y levels, and that's why we're not getting any ore at the minute. Also, I guess there is more in here that we don't need right now. It is going quite fast, honestly. Like, it's still going through the Y levels pretty quickly here. And it looks like we do... Okay, so the power is flickering, which I assume means that our reactor has just kicked in. It's not going down. It seems to be hovering around that 998.6 number. Oh, there we go. So now we've hit new chunks. And yeah, now stuff is starting to come in quite quickly. It is going pretty fast, actually, though. Like, looking at that, it's going through Y levels very quickly. And we are getting the resources through quite fast as well. So I think this is actually fine. Yeah, I think this is good. I think this is good, chat. I think we can call this a success. All right, so now, chat, we actually need to start processing our ores again. Because as of right now, we're not actually doing that. Like, all of our ores from the builder are just kind of sitting around in here. But I think if we're going to start processing large amounts of iron, gold, redstone, lapis, copper, tin, etc., I think that we should probably look to getting some bins and then using external storages on those bins. So if we request like 10 of these, we're just missing sand and we're missing iron. We do have iron. It's in over here. We can take this out and throw it in here. It might not be a terrible idea, chat, for us to look at making a material stoneworks factory. It does require a simple machine frame, which requires some iron, netherrack, gold gear, plastic, a pity machine frame, and a pink slime. Does our system know how to make pity machine frames? It doesn't. But if we make one of these, that would allow us to generate sand much more easily than we're currently doing it. And I don't think it's actually too hard to make. The plastic should be easy enough. And then the only thing then that we need is the simple machine frame. The pity machine frame we have made before. We are going to have to make at least 4 more plastic here. But again, we do have quite a bit of it being made. We could run out fairly soon. We don't have like an infinite amount of the plastic, but we do have some. I'm pretty sure the purple alloy is blue alloy and red alloy. Blue alloy we can request, and red alloy we have over here. Okay, so hopefully now we have some blue alloy. We do indeed, fantastic. And we can grab some of our red alloy here. We only need a few. And we'll run those both through this guy over here. That's hopefully going to get us quite a bit of purple alloy. And we might as well put the exact number in there, like so. And so at that point, I think we almost have everything. We are going to have to get a little bit of pink slime. And in fact, it might be easier, chat, to teach our system how to do this, simply because I can't manually put in a quarter of a bucket of pink slime. At least I don't think I can. Whereas if I do that and have our machine do it, our refined storage system can put in that amount. All we have to make sure is that we have enough of all of the resources it requires, which shouldn't be too difficult. We can get nether brick super easily. And then in terms of the rest of this, all we need is the actual pity machine frame. I think we have the plastic. So all we're missing there is some of the compressed iron, which I'm actually surprised our system doesn't know how to make, but that's fine. We can make some manually. We grab 8 of those and then throw them into the old compressor, which again, I will temporarily, chat, throw down here just because it's where we have power. But I do want to stress it's very temporary because I know that it looks horrendous just having our machines slapped down in the middle of the room like this. We can also request, I think, one of these control circuits. Yeah, we can. Let's go ahead and request one of those. That hopefully shouldn't take too long. Why is your liquid meat not working? So right now, previously our power was going up through here. You'll see right now this is not getting any power. The reason for that is that we used to have our dimensional cell like over here transmitting power. But right now we don't have that. If I do this and kind of temporarily replace this guy down, but that should once again begin like the whole process and this should start working again. In reality, I think what I'm probably going to do is get rid of that dimensional cell, get rid of these universal cables, and basically run our XNet cabling upstairs to give power to that machine. I'm hoping we do have a little bit of liquid meat in the old tank there. Let me check. You don't have any liquid meat. Oh, you do, but not enough. Okay, that's fine. So what we need to do here, chat, is we need to take some of the liquid meat out of our auto feeder and put it in here, I think, just so we can keep the system going. That should start to spawn in more mobs again now. And we can kind of view it there. Yeah, that should hopefully start spawning more mobs in. At which point, you know, over time, this will generate more liquid meat. Okay, so we should now have what it takes to make the pity machine frame. We do indeed. And at that point, we should be able to request the simple machine frame here. Missing 2 plastic, eh? That seems very doable. There we go. So if we go boom and start, that should send all of the items over to the dissolution chamber. No machine found, eh? Did I put it in the wrong thing? I did. I'm a fool. There we go. There we go. And it's going to make it for us. Nice. And at that point, the Stoneworks factory should be pretty much good to go. The Stoneworks factory allows us to make things like sand, like cobblestone, like regular stone. It's quite a versatile machine, actually. So there we go. That should be pretty much everything. We'll make one more gold gear here. And there is our material Stoneworks factory, which again, temporarily, I'll throw down over here. We don't need this crusher anymore, at least not just yet. So this guy, by default, generates cobblestone, and then you can choose what to do with that cobblestone. I think you do have to provide it with water. And so in fact, chat, it might not be a terrible idea to put it over by the water source. Like if I put it right here and make sure this is set to auto eject, which it is, that will hopefully allow the water to come in through here. And then again, temporarily, we will move this to a slightly more, you know, less janky location in the future. I just want to kind of get this working. So yeah, there we go. I don't know if it actively uses lava, but it might require lava just to get going. I hope it doesn't actively use lava. It doesn't. Nice. Okay, so it does actively use water, I assume, but doesn't actively use lava. And you'll see it starts to produce cobblestone. And then down here, you have the options of what you can do with it. You can either crush it, at which point I believe it turns to gravel, and then you can crush it again to turn it to sand, which I think is what we're going to do. So we're going to crush it and then crush it again. Beautiful. And then we're going to output at that point. We're not going to go, and you could if we wanted to smelt it into glass. But for us, I think we want to set that to not happen. I don't know if you can do that. Can you not, like, disable the third inventory? I think you can. I think what you have to do, though, is you have to set this to push. And then if we put, like, a chest, or even a bin, I guess, on top of that, I assume it will output before it gets crafted. So if we set the Yeah, like that. You set the top here to push, so it gets turned into sand and then gets ejected. So yeah, that does work. Now, I'm assuming we could also, if we wanted to chat, utilize the speed upgrades. Right now, our speed upgrades are over in the harvester. However, we do currently have 114,000 wood as well as 4,000 saplings, which is more than we're going to need to make this solar panel. So I think we could, if we wanted to, take out these speed and efficiency upgrades. That is going to slow our tree farm down, but again, I think 114,000 wood is probably going to be enough. And now if we go and put these speed upgrades into the old material Stoneworks factory, into the right slots, you can't do that. That is very unfortunate, chat. I was really hoping that would work. Alas, it does not. And so I'm assuming you can't speed up the Stoneworks factory, which is not terrible. Like, it is still producing, like, essentially free sand. But it does look like this is as fast as it will go. Either way, chat, let's get some of our other stuff back online. So our ore tripling setup requires the crusher. And in fact, if I type in advanced, it should show us all of the items here. We need the smelting factory, the crushing factory, and the purifying factory. And I think for now, we also need the electrolytic separator as well, which we'll reset up downstairs. So smelting factory, crushing factory, and purification chamber should be everything. The purification chamber does require oxygen, which is where the electrolytic separator comes into play. So with that, what we're going to do is we're going to have the electrolytic separator right there. This guy sends oxygen out the right side and hydrogen out the left. That's where our hydrogen tank comes into play, which up until now we've been using for our jetpack juice. And I think what I might do, just to make it a little cleaner, is if we run this down, we should have some pressurized pipes or tubes even. And what I think we'll do is we'll have like the gas tank here. So if I need to refill my jetpack in the future, I'll just come and put it in there. And then from there, we can just run cabling up and around like so. So what should happen is all of the hydrogen here, we'll make sure it's set to dump excess. That way, if it fills up on hydrogen, it'll start dumping hydrogen to make sure it still makes oxygen. And then that's going to send the hydrogen down around into here. Perfect. The oxygen is being sent over to here. We do need to get some mechanical pipes, which are fluid pipes, to move some of this water up and into the electrolytic separator. And of course, I've forgotten that that needs to go up into the front. So something like that should work just fine. And then with the configurator, we can use the scroll wheel to set that to fluids, like so. Disconnect that, and set that to extract. Perfect. And that should hopefully continue to work. Now, of course, we do need power down here, which is actually fine because we do have the ability to request blue connectors, and we also have our XNet system already running down here, so we can use XNet to send the power around. I'm just thinking about how I want to get power to this guy. I guess we can do it here, and we'll just use a facade to cover that up. So once we have all of the blue connectors, we can put one down there for the purifying factory. And then over here, we can have connectors there and there. And that should be able to allow us to provide power to the electrolytic separator, the crushing factory, and the smelting factory. And in reality, we probably didn't need the pipe here. We could have used XNet to move the water up there, but either way, that's fine. Yeah, okay, I think what we're going to do, chat, is I think we're going to import everything from the dimensional chest into our refined storage system, and then export the certain items, like the iron ore here, to their final location. Now, we have, since the last time we used these, we have got more power, so we should hopefully be able to now run these a bit faster. If I remember correctly, the only thing really slowing us down was, and we will turn auto sort on, by the way, and the only thing really slowing us down was the oxygen. And speeding the electrolytic separator up does require quite a bit of power. But hopefully we can make it work. You know, we do have the ability to produce up to 20,000 redstone flux per tick now, so hopefully that's okay. And then, like I said, I do want to export those, I think, to bins, right? And if we're going to do that, we're going to need external storage. Now, can I? You can't set a priority on external storage, can you? No. Oh, no, you can set priority. If I put down, let me test something here, chat, actually. So if I get an external storage and if I get a bin and I attach that bin to the external storage, preferably, does this one have coal in it? It does, that's fine. So right now, we have 161 coal in the system. If I take all that out, there is now no coal in our system. If I connect this up, there is now 4,555 coal, right? Yes. What I want to know is if I set this to like priority 10, does that put coal into here when I put it in the system? So 4554, if I put that in, it does. So it puts the coal directly in there, which is exactly what I want. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do that. We're going to make a bunch of external storage. We're going to put down a bin for each of the major ingots, all of the stuff we're going to get from our RF Tools builder. And then we're going to have external storage that's set up in such a way that it sends all of the ingots to there so that we don't fill up our disk drives here with, you know, thousands and thousands of iron. So I think that's fine, because I think by default, if you don't set this to priority 10, I think if you have it at priority 0, I think at that point, it doesn't put it in there. So like if I take out a stack again, it's at 4651. If I put it in the system, yeah, it's still at 4651. So at that point, it's put it into the drives. But I assume as long as you have it above priority 0, it's going to put things in here before it puts it in anywhere else. I just dropped the drives down to -1. Oh, I didn't realize you could do that. Yeah, you can just drop these down to -1. So they'll try and go anywhere but here first. That's interesting. All right. Either way, if we're going to make that work, we need quite a lot of bins. The bins themselves are easy enough to make. The hard part, I guess, is getting all the external storages, right? So let's see. Can we request like 10 of these? We're going to be out of sand, right? Oh, no, we're actually fine on sand. Okay, let's request 10 external storages and see if that works. Don't forget the player transmitter. That is a good point, actually. Player transmitter. So people have pointed out we can use the player transmitter to wirelessly charge our items. Now, to make it, we need 2 basic capacitors, 1 dielectric casing, and 1 dielectric rod, and then a player aerial pearl. Use an aerial pearl on a zombie. How hard is an aerial pearl? It's really not too bad. It's 4 dielectric paste, 4 iron bars, and an ender pearl. Our system does know how to make dielectric paste, so we can request 4 of those. And then we just need to find a zombie. That seems very doable, chat. Hello, my friend. Thank you. So that should, I think, be pretty much everything to craft up the player transmitter here. Yeah, we need 1 more basic capacitor, and I'm fairly certain our system knows how to make basically all of these, and then 1 of the old dielectric casings as well. Both of which should be fairly easy. And at that point, we have a player transmitter. So right now, our wireless crafting grid has 818 redstone flux in it. If I put this guy down, like that, does it begin charging? No? Do I need like a card or something, chat? I could make... It looks like the binding card is not too difficult. I'm assuming I can do this. That's a blank card. And then, boom. So we have a binding card. Right-click to bind. Myself? Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. So we right. We make the binding card. We right-click to bind it to ourselves. And then when you put it in, now it's going to look at that chat. It binds our stuff. Oh, it charges our stuff. Nice. Okay, that is actually very cool. And as of right now, the wireless crafting grid doesn't hold that much redstone flux. It holds a very small amount. The runners do hold more, but they don't use it that fast. So I think, honestly, this lowest tier, 500 redstone flux per tick is probably fast enough, or even 100 redstone flux per tick is probably fast enough. You know, I doubt we're going to need 50,000 redstone flux per tick charging anytime soon. That's nice. Cool. All right, so we should now have what it takes as well to go ahead and make 1 of our bins into our higher tier bin. Is the elite control circuit not done yet? It's not. Oh, I assume we're out of diamond dust? Yes, we are. Do we have any diamonds? We do. Not many, but we have some enriched diamonds, which I can throw in here for now. So much like with our obsidian, our enriched diamonds are not being sent just yet because we don't have that many diamonds. Hopefully, once we get our, digital miner system up and running, or our RF Tools builder system up and running, we can, begin processing this a lot faster. For now, though, the ultimate bin is done. And we can go ahead and request those 9 more external storages. Begin. Hopefully they won't take too long. Again, we might run into an issue where they start... Oh, it looks like it's going to be perfectly fine because we did all of the silicon making manually. Oh, yeah, look at that. Perfect. Okay. So we have all 10 of those. Beautiful. And then down here, essentially all we're going to do is we're going to have all of our bins for all of our different ores down here. So all we need to do now is just put an external storage on the back of all of these. And we should be good to go, chat. And then we'll start moving some of this stuff over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Perfect. And then, of course, run that. I guess for now... where do I want to run this, chat? Is a good question. I don't know. I kind of don't want to run it just straight across the wall here. Like, we can do, obviously, like this. And it looks horrible. So I don't want to do that. If I can avoid it. I think what we probably want to do is we probably want to run it under the floor. And I'm aware that I'm using the wrong basalt there, by the way. We need to put down the cooked stuff. Why didn't you remove the water? I didn't know if it was used for something. It might be used for something, which is why I've not moved it yet. Yeah, let's run it under the floor here. There's a blaze spawner there, right? Because we've got like we've got some cabling like right here. So I'm thinking if we just like run across and then up, that might work. There we go. Nice. All right, so those should be connected up. So now up here, all we're going to do is we're going to lower the priority on the disk drive. We'll set this to like -10 set. So now the system should always try and put things elsewhere, if it can, before it puts things in the system. And then what we're going to do, chat, is we're going to temporarily get rid of a lot of the stuff that's in our inventory right now. And I'm going to begin the process of moving some of these ingots. So iron, osmium, gold, copper, aluminum, lead, tin, nickel. We'll start with those. Do we want to, oh gosh. Of course. That's what happens when you set the priority tool, by the way. That's a whoops right there. Can I specify here? I think I can. I'm going to set that to iron. Just so it doesn't fill up with anything else. So now if I put this back in, it shouldn't go here. It did go there. Excuse me? Is this not a whitelist? Whitelist. There we go. Okay, perfect. Yeah, because we can't, unfortunately, you can't lock the bins. But there we go. That one's going to be, again, let's dig out a bit further, I guess. And now we're outside. Okay, so let's very quickly kill this guy. Perfect. And then we'll set these all to whitelist. So we're going to go items, whitelist. You can be copper. We'll do whitelist, gold, whitelist, osmium, whitelist, tin. I don't think we're going to have enough, by the way, for all of our ingots, but we can make a start. Whitelist, lead, and then, I guess, whitelist, aluminum. And hopefully that works out well. So now we can hopefully take all these back. And if we dump basically all of our stuff in the system, it should put, yeah, the ingots in their respective slots, which is perfect. Nice. So again, we probably are going to need more going forward, because presumably we're going to have more than 7 ingots coming in. And we know that already. We know we've got more than 7 ingots. There's quite a few of them here. But I think those are the 7 ingots that we're going to have the most of. Other stuff like bismuth, brass, and, you know, zinc, I think we're getting in smaller quantities. So I think for now, this is probably fine. I hope. And we can, at that point, then begin... We can get rid of this chest for one, because this chest is full of stuff that... up until now, we've not really had the space in our system to store. But now I'm hoping we do, because most of it's going to go down to those new bins. Perfect. And at that point, we can get rid of this. And once again, throw down another piece of marble tile. Perfect. All right. We've still got a good chunk of space in there. We do indeed. And most of that should have ended up over in there. It did indeed. Fantastic. And if we check, we should have iron. We do. Nice. So now, chat, the idea is that we're going to export specific ores. And I think we did request an export bus. We did. we're going to export specific ores to the purifying factory here. And I guess for now, I'm going to export those to the top, like so. And we need to run that cabling over. How much cabling do we have? 36, perfect. So for now, we'll do something like this. Again, I might hide this in a wall at some point, but for now, that should work just fine. And so at that point, we want to start exporting certain ores like iron, osmium, copper, gold, tin, lead, and do we do silver? Make sure the top here is set to input. There we go. Make sure we put some speed upgrades in there, I think. We'll request, actually, let's request 3 speed upgrades, and we'll do a stack upgrade as well. I think you need 4 speed upgrades for a stack upgrade now that I think about it. Yeah, you do. So I should have requested 1 more speed upgrade, actually. And then if we throw that in there, that should hopefully start sending items much faster. Yeah, there we go. So now down here, we're going to put speed upgrades on, or a stack upgrade on the import bus, which will hopefully start importing that faster, just so long as we set the left side to output. Perfect. And I don't think we need a speed upgrade, but we can put one in. And we can do the same over here as well, like that. And then this guy right now is not super fast. I'm going to turn auto sort off there and begin kind of consolidating, hopefully, the other outputs. Are you fully sped up? You're not. Okay, so we'll start with this guy. And hopefully we have the ability to make energy upgrades as well, because we could do with putting some energy upgrades in this guy. Right now he's using 2,000 redstone flux per tick, which is not, you know, an insane amount. Like, we can make it, but it's more than I'd like. There we go. Now he's down to 600. And we can take him down yet further. Okay, so now that guy is fully sped up. How are you doing? You have got 6 speed and 8 energy. So we can put 2 more speed up in this guy, which is going to speed that up as well. And then finally we have this guy, who is out of power, which is interesting. I actually don't think I sent power to him, which is probably why he's out of power. Yes. There we go. All right, now he should have power, hopefully, and should be working again. He is indeed fantastic. Currently using 25 redstone flux per tick. And again, the problem with this guy is mostly the oxygen. So let's put the dimensional chest down. For now, we'll put it down like right here. And then we'll just put an importer on the bottom. And then we can use some of those speed upgrades that we, I guess the one of the speed upgrades we made earlier to speed that up a little bit. We should probably use a stack upgrade. This might fill up our system actually, chat. Because what we probably also want to do is set up a system for the coal. Because there's a lot of coal ore. Like a lot of coal ore in there. And we need to set up a system to process that. Which we did have previously, but I've moved it temporarily when we set up the alloy smelters there. But I think that's a problem for future Isaac. Because I think, chat, that's probably where I'm going to wrap up today's QTech portion of the stream. I guess next time what we'll do is we'll come back. We'll look at getting the thermal evaporation tower. Which I was hoping to do start today, but we didn't get around to that. That's fine. We'll come back. We will set up the coal processing. I think we want to have a bin for coal ore and then a bin for the actual finalized coal. So that we can, store all of that outside of the refined storage disk drives. Because, right now it's pretty full. But, yeah, I think we're getting close to being able to process all of our ores more fully. At which point we can actually start to take advantage of our new miner, our new RF Tools miner, to the fullest.